is this shit?
Okay, I think I may have gotten the audio settings figured out too.
His armor's working fine,
there we
Johnson. You're free to go,
Free
son.
to go,
Just
son.
remember, take things
Sorry about that.
slow.
Don't worry.
Version
I'll
of the
hold
program
his
I was
hand.
using on for my old capture card was not capturing audio for some reason. So you will have to hear
So,
my derpy
Johnson,
voice for the
when
entire
you gonna tell me
cinematic.
how
But you know
made
what?
it back home
That's okay.
in one piece?
Sorry, Guns. It's classified.
My ass. Well, you can forget about those adjustments to your A2.
Yeah.
Well, he's in a particularly fine
No adjustments to your scope.
Maybe Lord Hood didn't give him an invitation.
Let's go with this low-res textured stuff. I am Master Chief.
Earth. Haven't seen it in years.
Earth. Haven't seen
When I
it in
shipped out for
years.
basic, the orbital defense grid was all theory and politics. Now look, the Cairo is just one of 300 geosync platforms. That Mac gun can put a round clean through a Covenant capital ship.
And yet, we're still not going to be able to defeat the Covenant. GG.
Coordinated fire from the Athens and the Malta, nothing's getting past this battle cluster in one piece.
Nope. Quite a lot's getting right past this battle cluster. Not just in one piece, but in many pieces.
Ships have been arriving all morning. Nobody's saying much, but I'll bet something big's about to happen.
Yeah, like an attack on us. You derp. You derpity derp. Oh god.
You told me there wouldn't be any cameras.
And you told me you were gonna wear something nice.
It's
Folks
attached
need
to my
heroes,
body.
Chief.
How would I not wear
Oh.
it?
So smile, would you? Well, we still got something to smile about.
We don't have anything to smile about. We're all dead. Dead, I tell you. Dead. Ah, it's grunts. I like grunts. They're easy to kill. Tartarus. That damn gravity hammer you don't get to pick up at the end of the game. Hate. Bondage.
Drawn quite a crowd.
Why does that hold his hand? It doesn't even wrap around his hand.
They will be disappointed. Are you sure?
No! Wow, frame rate. And that's on the TV side. Oh, he's got like the Hitman thing, or the Matrix thing.
We're lucky to have you back. Go ahead, Cortana.
His mouth didn't even
Another
move.
whisper, sir, near Io. We have probes en route.
I apologize, but we're going to have to make this quick.
You look nice.
Thank you.
Sergeant Major, the Colonial Cross is awarded for acts of singular daring and devotion. For a soldier of the United Earth Space Corps,
There can be no greater heresy. Let him be an example for all who would break our covenant.
But the brutes are the ones that are gonna break the covenant. I don't remember his armor getting burnt like that. That's interesting. I don't remember that at all, actually.
Commander Miranda Keyes, your father's actions were in keeping with the highest traditions of military service. His bravery in the face of impossible odds reflects great credit upon himself and the UNSC. The Navy has lost one of its best.
Yep. Oh well. Who knew? He's just a little lizard. Ow. Why you do this? Why you do this?
Slip space ruptures directly off our battle cluster.
Show me.
15 Covenant capital ships holding position just outside the kill zone.
This is Fleet Admiral Harper. We are engaging the
Oh
enemy.
god.
Negative, Admiral. Form a defensive perimeter around the cluster. Commander, get to your ship. Link up with
Why would you just engage
Yes, sir.
them? They're the Covenant. They
You
will
have the
kill
Mac
you.
gun, Cortana. As soon as they come in range, open up.
Gladly.
Something's not right. The fleet that destroyed Reach
Reach!
was 50 times this size.
Reach!
Sir,
A reference nobody got until the game
and lots of
came
them.
out.
They're going to try to take our Mac
The
guns
books came out.
offline. Give their capital ships a straight shot at Earth.
It's crazy how
Master
much
Chief,
you can go through,
defend
like,
this
Halo
station.
1, 2,
Yes,
and even
sir.
3, and pick up on references to the history of the game that, like, you wouldn't have gotten otherwise without having read the books or the history of Reach or the games or anything. It's crazy how much they throw in there, and then the little Easter eggs they added in an anniversary was pretty cool. Oh, I got a BR! What up? I gotta get used to controls again. SMG, we're gonna dual wield up in this bitch. He's got a turret.
How's it going, Malta? Stand by. They're latched. Check your targets. Watch the crossfire. They're in standard
Crossfire
formation.
X?
Bastards
I don't
up
think so.
front, big ones in
Alright,
back.
let's do this.
Good luck, Cairo.
Alright, remember my award-winning technique, the Vox side. You must scream into the microphone and spray in all directions, right? Alright, we're gonna do this.
Field of fire on that bulkhead.
We're gonna do this.
As soon as that door opens,
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let's do this. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh no. It worked. It worked. It's working. Oh god. I have to get up here. I am a boss. Wow, I jumped way too high. I just cleared that. That's insane. I forgot how high the jumping was in this game. Oh, I'm out of ammo. What do? How did you have a turret there the whole time and not kill them? What's wrong with you? Oh, yeah, ammo. Sit down, son. Nope. Excuse me.
I'm just a little coward.
I'm just a little coward. Woohoo! Oh god, oh god. Nope, nope, nope. Chuck does stuff. Awesome BR in this game is awesome. And I have no grenades. Not so awesome. I don't know how to double shoot or anything in this game. Nope, not gonna work. Oh well. That's okay. Left shot, like a boss. More ammo. Punch. Punch. Don't shoot him again, they're already dead. Hello. Hello. Goodbye. Oh yeah. Magnum up in here. What you gonna do? Oh, this looks familiar.
This is the place to be, Chief.
Did that just lag? What? What was that all about? That was weird. Okay, whatever. It's because I'm the Master Chief. What do you expect?
Hey, check it out. The Malta's already driven off its borders.
Malta, what is your status? Over.
I don't believe it.
No, they're
We're
not. Oh,
retreating. We
bye-bye.
won.
Oh no.
This is bad.
No shit. We're screwed. We're all screwed. We're all gonna die. Oh, what the? Hello.
Get on out here so I can sight on you.
Okay. Bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Why can't I pick up the turret if Johnson can? Oh, hello there. Okay. Was not all that expected. Okay, we got this. We got this. Oh, God, controls. Why? Why? How do I controls? So used to bumper jumper. Yeah, bitch, stay down. Oh, hello. Bip bap bam. Bip bap bam. You're missing! Come at me, bro, and I'm running out of ammo. Oh, shit. Sit down. Just let me reload, damn it. Okay, we're good. Let's get out of here. Skedaddle.
Uh-oh. Hey, they're leaving the Athens.
Oh god. Yep, there goes another one. Another one down, another one.
Cortana, assessment.
That explosion came from inside.
Another one bites the dust.
Same as the Malta. The Covenant must have brought something with
A
them.
bomb.
A bomb.
Then they sure as hell brought one here. Chief, find it.
Yep. Down we go. Is it bad that I remember this game layout that much? Oh! What?
I counted.
What? One hit KO? Oh, seriously? Really? That was cheap.
I found it.
Alert. Hostiles have reached the Fort Mac Bay.
Oh, fuck. This is dumb. I forgot how bad, like, loading from death is in this game. At least I'm not playing on co-op legendary, to where if one of us dies, we both restart all the way back at the checkpoint. Not a fun experience, let me tell you. Ha ha, stuck. By peppering them with their friggin' SMGs. SMGs.
Uh-oh. Hey, they're leaving the Athens.
Nope, nope. And the Athens goes bye-bye.
Cortana, assessment.
Assessment.
That explosion